Greetings to everyone, welcome back to Litunes, thank you for your support, God bless you. In this video I will be discussing about how to have control with your anger. Anger is a natural human experience, and sometimes there are valid reasons to get mad, like feeling hurt by something someone said or did, or experiencing frustration over a situation at work or home. But uncontrolled anger can be problematic for your personal relationships and for your health. Anger can also contribute to violent and risky behaviors, including drug and alcohol use. And on top of all that, anger can significantly damage relationships with family, friends and colleagues.
There are strategies for controlling your anger. Understanding anger. Anger can take different forms. Some people feel angry much of the time, or can't stop dwelling on an event that made them mad. Others get angry less often, but when they do, it comes out as explosive bouts of rage. Uncontrolled anger can negatively affect physical health and emotional well-being. Anger can be caused by internal and external events. You might feel mad at a person, an entity like the company you work for, or an event like a traffic jam or a political election. Wherever the feelings come from, you don't have to let your anger get the better of you. There are some techniques to make you stay calm. Number 1. Check yourself.
There are some techniques to help you stay calm. Check yourself. It's hard to make smart choices when you're in the grips of a powerful negative emotion. Rather than trying to talk yourself down from a cliff, avoid climbing it in the first place. Try to identify warning signs that you're starting to get annoyed. When you recognize the signs, step away from the situation or try relaxation techniques to prevent your irritation from escalating.
Number 2. Don't dwell.
Some people have a tendency to keep rehashing the incident that made them mad. That's an unproductive strategy, especially if you have already resolved the issue that angered you in the first place. Instead, try to let go of the past incident. One way to do that is to focus instead on things you appreciate about the person or the situation that made you angry.
Number 3. Change the way you think.
When you're angry, it's easy to feel like things are worse than they really are. Through a technique known as cognitive restructuring, you can replace unhelpful negative thoughts with more reasonable ones. Instead of thinking, everything is ruined, for example, tell yourself, this is frustrating, but it's not the end of the world. Avoid words like, never, or, always, when talking about yourself or others. Statements like, this never works, or, you're always forgetting things, make you feel your anger is justified. Such statements also alienate people who might otherwise be willing to work with you on a solution. Translate expectations into desires. Angry people tend to demand things, whether it's fairness, appreciation, agreement or willingness to do things their way. Try to change your demands into requests. And if things don't go your way, try not to let your disappointment turn into anger.
Another thing that can control your anger is stop talking at that moment.
When you're steamed, you may be tempted to let the angry words fly, but you're more likely to do harm than good. Pretend your lips are glued shut, just like you did as a kid. This moment without speaking will give you time to collect your thoughts.
Take a time out at that moment.
Give yourself a break. Sit away from others. In this quiet time, you can process events and return your emotions to neutral. You may even find this time away from others is so helpful you want to schedule it into your daily routine. Timeouts aren't just for kids. Give yourself short breaks during times of the day that tend to be stressful. A few moments of quiet time might help you feel better prepared to handle what's ahead without getting irritated or angry.
Talk to a friend at that moment.
Don't stew in the events that made you angry. Help yourself process what happened by talking with a trusted, supportive friend who can possibly provide a new perspective.
Laugh can also make you calm down.
Nothing upends a bad mood like a good one. Diffuse your anger by looking for ways to laugh, whether that's playing with your kids, watching stand-up, or scrolling memes.
Also express your anger.
It's okay to say how you feel, as long as you handle it in the right way. Ask a trusted friend to help you be accountable to a calm response. Outbursts solve no problems, but mature dialogue can help reduce your stress and ease your anger. It may also prevent future problems.
Picture a stop sign.
The universal symbol to stop can help you calm down when you're angry. It's a quick way to help you visualize the need to halt yourself, your actions, and walk away from the moment.
Rehearse your response. Your word can also help you.
Prevent an outburst by rehearsing what you're going to say or how you're going to approach the problem in the future. This rehearsal period gives you time to role-play several possible solutions, too.
Set a timer before you say anything.
The first thing that comes to mind when you're angry likely isn't the thing you should say. Give yourself a set time before you respond. This time will help you be calmer and more concise.
Think before you speak.
In the heat of the moment, it's easy to say something you'll later regret. Take a few moments to collect your thoughts before saying anything. Also allow others involved in the situation to do the same.
Once you're calm, express your concerns.
As soon as you're thinking clearly, express your frustration in an assertive but non-confrontational way. State your concerns and needs clearly and directly, without hurting others or trying to control them.
Stick with I statements can also calm you down.
Criticizing or placing blame might only increase tension. Instead, use I statements to describe the problem. Be respectful and specific. For example, say, "I'm upset that you left the table without offering to help with the dishes," instead of, "You never do any housework."
Don't hold a grudge.
Forgiveness is a powerful tool. If you allow anger and other negative feelings to crowd out positive feelings, you might find yourself swallowed up by your own bitterness or sense of injustice. Forgiving someone who angered you might help you both learn from the situation and strengthen your relationship.
Use humor to release tension can also help you.
Lightening up can help diffuse tension. Use humor to help you face what's making you angry and, possibly, any unrealistic expectations you have for how things should go. Avoid sarcasm, though, it can hurt feelings and make things worse.
Practice relaxation skills.
When your temper flares, put relaxation skills to work. Practice deep breathing exercises, imagine a relaxing scene, or repeat a calming word or phrase, such as "take it easy." You might also listen to music, write in a journal or do a few yoga poses, whatever it takes to encourage relaxation.
Know when to seek help.
Learning to control anger can be a challenge at times. Seek help for anger issues if your anger seems out of control, causes you to do things you regret or hurts those around you.
Identify possible solutions. So, while it's perfectly normal to feel angry when you've been mistreated or wronged, anger becomes a problem when you express it in a way that harms yourself or others. You might think that venting your anger is healthy, that the people around you are too sensitive, that your anger is justified, or that you need to show your fury to get respect. But the truth is that anger is much more likely to have a negative impact on the way people see you, impair your judgment, and get in the way of success.
Instead of focusing on what made you mad, work on resolving the issue at hand. Does your child's messy room make you upset? Close the door. Is your partner late for dinner every night? Schedule meals later in the evening. Or agree to eat on your own a few times a week. Also, understand that some things are simply out of your control. Try to be realistic about what you can and cannot change. Remind yourself that anger won't fix anything and might only make it worse. Anger is a normal, healthy emotion, neither good nor bad. Like any emotion, it conveys a message, telling you that a situation is upsetting, unjust, or threatening. If your knee-jerk reaction to anger is to explode, however, that message never has a chance to be conveyed. If you have a hot temper, you may feel like it's out of your hands and there's little you can do to tame the beast. But you have more control over your anger than you think. With insight about the real reasons for your anger and these anger management tools, you can learn to express your emotions without hurting others and keep your temper from hijacking your life. While it's true that suppressing and ignoring anger is unhealthy, venting is no better. Anger is not something you have to let out in an aggressive way in order to avoid blowing up. In fact, outbursts and tirades only fuel the fire and reinforce your anger problem. You can't always control the situation you're in or how it makes you feel, but you can control how you express your anger. And you can communicate your feelings without being verbally or physically abusive. Even if someone is pushing your buttons, you always have a choice about how to respond. Many people think that anger management is about learning to suppress your anger. But never getting angry is not a healthy goal. Anger will come out regardless of how hard you try to tamp it down. The true goal of anger management isn't to suppress feelings of anger, but rather to understand the message behind the emotion and express it in a healthy way without losing control. When you do, you'll not only feel better, you'll also be more likely to get your needs met, be better able to manage conflict in your life, and strengthen your relationships. Mastering the art of anger management takes work, but the more you practice, the easier it will get. And the payoff is huge. Learning to control your anger and express it appropriately will help you build better relationships, achieve your goals, and lead a healthier, more satisfying life. Mastering the art of anger management takes work, but the more you practice, the easier it will get. And the payoff is huge. Learning to control your anger and express it appropriately will help you build better relationships, achieve your goals, and lead a healthier, more satisfying life. Have you ever gotten into an argument over something silly? Big fights often happen over something small, like a dish left out or being 10 minutes late. But there's usually a bigger issue behind it. If you find your irritation and anger rapidly rising, ask yourself, what am I really angry about? Identifying the real source of frustration will help you communicate your anger better, take constructive action, and work towards a resolution. Is your anger masking other feelings such as embarrassment, insecurity, hurt, shame, or vulnerability? If your knee-jerk response in many situations is anger, it's likely that your temper is covering up your true feelings. This is especially likely if you grew up in a family where expressing feelings was strongly discouraged. As an adult, you may have a hard time acknowledging feelings other than anger. Anger can also mask anxiety. When you perceive a threat, either real or imagined, your body activates the fight or flight response. In the case of the fight response, it can often manifest itself as anger or aggression. To change your response, you need to find out what's causing you to feel anxious or scared.
You have trouble expressing emotions other than anger. Do you pride yourself on being tough and in control? Do you feel that emotions like fear, guilt, or shame don't apply to you? Everyone has those emotions, so you may be using anger as a cover for them. If you are uncomfortable with different emotions, disconnected, or stuck on an angry one-note response to situations, it's important to get back in touch with your feelings. When things get tense, humor and playfulness can help you lighten the mood, smooth over differences, reframe problems, and keep things in perspective. When you feel yourself getting angry in a situation, try using a little lighthearted humor.
If you've decided that the situation is worth getting angry about and there's something you can do to make it better, the key is to express your feelings in a healthy way. You have trouble expressing emotions other than anger. Do you pride yourself on being tough and in control? Do you feel that emotions like fear, guilt, or shame don't apply to you? Everyone has those emotions, so you may be using anger as a cover for them. If you are uncomfortable with different emotions, disconnected, or stuck on an angry one-note response to situations, it's important to get back in touch with your feelings. Anger is a normal emotion, but managing it effectively is crucial for your emotional well-being and healthy relationships. By combining self-awareness with practical techniques and seeking help when needed, you can learn to control your. Thank you for watching. Like this video, share it to someone, subscribe to the channel. God bless you.